Rating 8 new and viral Middle Eastern perfumes in social media right now. I've been testing out these fragrances for quite some time now, and basically, I'm ready to give you the final tea. If you're new here, hi, my name is Joanna. I do these episodes of reviewing new Middle Eastern fragrances in my channel often. So if you are the type who wants to be updated with all the new releases, then you have to keep watching. So I have here today 8 fragrances. 7 are from French Avenue, 1 from Paris Corner. All of these perfumes were gifted to me in PR. I've been testing them out for weeks now. I gave my first impressions on these fragrances in my TikTok account. Basically, first impressions in my TikTok, and final tea is in my YouTube channel. So I mentioned that I only have one from Paris Corner. I'm going to start off with Fatal Embrace. I've seen Fatal Embrace everywhere in Instagram and TikTok. I was actually very thrilled to receive it from Paris Corner. I had a feeling that I will like it because it is a rose fragrance. So it has rose, ylang ylang, bergamot, orange blossom, jasmine, patchouli, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and musk. To my nose, this smells like caramelized rose with ylang ylang in the background. It is beautiful, very rosy, sweet, floral with main character energy. Fatal Embrace is a linear scent. However, not complaining about that. This is not a groundbreaking perfume, that's for sure, because this is a kind of DNA that we've smelled before. This is a DNA that was very famous, I think 4 or 5 years ago. Everyone was talking about Rose Vanille by Mancera, and basically that's what Fatal Embrace smells like. This is, yeah, Roses Vanille with a more intensified caramel, in my opinion. Actually, there's no even caramel in the note breakdown, but to me, that's how it smells like. This is a beautiful scent. I think you will love it if you're into rose and caramel scents. It is sweet and very feminine. I love this scent because not only it smells good, it also has very good longevity. First 2 hours has a very strong projection until it becomes moderate, and it lasts the whole day, especially on clothes. I didn't get any scratchiness at first spray. It performed straight away, and I enjoy this perfume. I'm gonna rate this fragrance a 9 out of 10 because I think that it is a great fragrance. However, not an original DNA, so it's missing one for that. But yeah, nevertheless, a beautiful, sweet rose perfume that is giving main character energy. Fatal Embrace by Paris Corner. All right, now I'll be talking about French Avenue perfume releases. And I'm going to start off with the limited edition Liquid Brun. If you're into Middle Eastern perfumes, for sure, you've heard about Liquid Brun, which is the OG. It has a terracotta color bottle, and that to me is a big like. When I say big like, it is a DNA that I appreciate. However, it is not a scent DNA that I'm crazy about. So basically, Liquid Brun is a sweet orange blossom and vanilla scent. Okay, now the limited edition has a more amped up lavender in the opening. That lavender gave this fragrance more aromatic nuance. I find the OG to be like straight up sweet orange blossom and ambroxan, whereas the limited edition is more aromatic in the opening and sweeter in the final dry down. Now, I will say that the first spray of this is still a little bit screechy, but not complaining because the final dry down is beautiful. Performance is outstanding. If Liquid Brun OG is a beast mode, the limited edition is eternal when it comes to performance. It is definitely stronger and sweeter in the final dry down. Because of the sweetness, I find the limited edition to be more feminine leaning, and I like it more than the original version. So yeah, that is my thought about it. I love the bottle as well. I think if you have the OG, you don't necessarily need the limited edition. However, if you still don't have the OG and the lavender sounds appealing to you, plus the sweet orange blossom, then I highly recommend you checking out Liquid Brun Limited Edition. Is it better than the OG? In my humble opinion, yes, as this is not as screechy as the OG at first spray, because I will never forget first time I sprayed Liquid Brun OG. I actually didn't like it. It took me time to like that fragrance. But with Liquid Brun, it's okay at first spray, and then as it actually stays on skin and on clothes, I started to appreciate it more. So yeah, that is my thought about Liquid Brun limited edition. Objectively, I'm gonna rate this fragrance 9 out of 10. Subjectively, it's 8 out of 10. Right, next up is something that I have already talked about in my channel. However, I'm just gonna do like a rapid review of Jasmere. If you follow me in TikTok, I raved about this fragrance the moment I receive it, because I think that this is one of French Avenue's best releases this year so far, of course. So basically, this is a soft, delicate white floral scent with like fresh tea nuance in the background. It is super fresh and pretty. I think a lot of you will love Jasmere. It is a beautiful spring floral scent. Now, the first time I sprayed it, it took me seconds to realize that it is very, very similar to Marc Antoine Barrois Tilia. And I have compared them side by side, guys. They're very similar. This smells like almost identical. Even if I put like my nose on the sprayed area, they're very, very identical. And in the air, guys, they smell the same. I will say as a dupe, this is gold. Highly recommend it, because Tilia is very expensive and this one costs around 30 or $40. So if you're looking for a very good dupe of Tilia by Marc Antoine Barrois, I highly recommend you checking out Jasmere. Now, I have already a subscriber who was asking where she can buy Jasmere. I think here in Europe, it's not yet available, but it will be available soon at ORIOUDH.com. I think, yeah, maybe by the time that this video is uploaded, it's already available here in Europe. Yeah, this is a gem, guys. I highly recommend it, because not only the scent is amazing, performance is also beastly. So everything from Tilia is here in Jasmere. I highly recommend it. This smells more expensive than what it is. Outstanding performance, as it can last all day with big projection. I'm gonna rate this fragrance a 9 out of 10. 9 because it's not an original DNA. Next up is Marmara by French Avenue. Now, I was skeptical when I saw the bottle. I'm not a fan of the bottle, actually. I even thought that I broke the pillar in here. But yeah, actually, that's the design of the bottle. Anyway, the scent, guys, is beautiful. I will say my favorite in today's list. Marmara is an elegant and sophisticated, peppery, woody, musky scent that just smells so divine. To me, this is a fresh, almost like laundry vibe, musky scent that smells super clean. The vibe of the bottle is not really the vibe of the juice, as to me, it's kind of like giving clean aesthetic vibes. I would say if you're into fresh, clean laundry, kind of like soapy, woody scents, then I highly recommend you Marmara by French Avenue. So I saw in Fragrantica that it is being compared to AROMA P50 and Bois Imperial, I will say it's not Amouage P50. They're not similar at all because the P50 is definitely stronger and more potent with the frankincense, and it just has a lot of depth. Whereas Marmara is more of like a straightforward, fresh, clean, peppery, musky, woody scent that I think a lot of you will enjoy. It is a very likable, unisex, clean scent. I see the similarity though to Bois Imperial by Essential Parfums. I reviewed this fragrance in my TikTok and I told you that, oh, it's not similar as well with Bois Imperial. However, when I used it like back to back, I then noticed the similarity with Bois Imperial. Marmara is more of like a soapy version of that. It's not really duping Bois Imperial. However, it is similar to, yeah, to Bois Imperial. This smells more expensive than what it is. Marmara can be a perfect everyday casual scent. This will be perfect for office and daily whereabouts. You can share this in the household as it is very unisex. I really enjoy this fragrance and I am happy to add this in my collection. Performance as of now is moderate. It lasts me around 4 to 6 hours. However, it lasts longer on clothes. And by the way, I didn't overspray. I have a feeling if I overspray this fragrance, this has a tendency to be actually beast mode. And yeah, I really enjoy it. And I'm going to rate it a solid 9 out of 10. Once again, Marmara by French Avenue. All right, next up is Western Shisha. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of the bottle because it's leaving like fingerprints everywhere. And yeah, because of that, it looks dirty, even though it's not. Western Shisha is a tobacco forward scent that is very fruity. To me, this smells like a grape and apple flavored shisha. So, yeah, if you are a fan of shisha or if you would love to smell like a fruity shisha, then I think you might enjoy Western shisha. Now, it also has Davana that gives fragrance weirdness to my nose. And the patchouli in here is quite earthy as well. Along with that shisha and rum accord, this fragrance needed to macerate in order for me to fully appreciate it. And even though it is fully matured now and it's like a beautiful, smoky, fruity, boozy scent, this is not just like my type of scent. And I think it's basically because it is more of a fruity scent. And yeah, if you watch my channel, I'm not really into fruity scent profiles. And yeah, Western Shisha smells like a grape and apple shisha with some booze. So yeah, having said that, it has some screechiness because of the tobacco. I think it has tobacco, even though yeah, it doesn't have in the note breakdown, instead of tobacco, it has shisha accord. So yeah, it's somehow giving like smoky, boozy kind of a nuance. And every time there is a combo of anything boozy and smoky, I find it to be like a little bit screechy. This is just, yeah, not my style, but I know that a lot of you will enjoy it, especially if you're the type who enjoys like fruity, smoky scents. I'm gonna rate this fragrance a 7 out of 10. Performance is amazing as it lasts on me around 5 to 8 hours with strong projection for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. Once again, Western Shisha. All right, next up is the sister of Western Shisha, Hypnotic Gold. I actually love the color combo of the bottle, purple and gold. Anyway, let's talk about Hypnotic Gold. Now, this is a spicy, peppery, rose, mm, amber scent that I'm actually really enjoying. In my TikTok, I told you guys that this is my type of scent. It is a warm, spicy, sweet perfume that to me smells very elegant. And as this fragrance dries down, it actually becomes a little bit powdery. So I will say that it is quite complex, as the opening is very spicy and peppery. Now, I notice though why I like it, because I'm getting like powdery rose in it. So, yeah, if you watch my channel, you know how much I love rose scents. And the powdery dry down is actually like a powdery rose tonka vanilla combo. To me, it smells luxurious. It is a beautiful, spicy rose cashmere scent that I think will be perfect for fall and wintertime. There's something resinous about it as well that I'm enjoying a lot. So, it has a lot of facets. As mentioned, it's peppery, it's spicy, it's resinous, it's powdery rose and tonka. I can imagine this fragrance bottled as like a niche perfume. I think it has very good juice quality. This fragrance needed to macerate for a while as well. Now that I have it for quite some time, I will say it's more smooth. And yeah, I really, really enjoy this fragrance, and I'm gonna rate it a 9 out of 10. Performance is outstanding as well, as it lasted me around 5 to 8 hours. Once again, Hypnotic Gold by French Avenue. Next up is Grow. This bottle is kind of like giving like old tree vibes. Let's talk about the scent though. So, Grow has a lot of notes, and I mean like almost like a paragraph. So, I'm just gonna let you know what I smell out of this fragrance. This to me is basically a date, saffron, and sandalwood combo. It is spicy and sweet at the same time. To me, it smells very niche and of high quality as well. At first spray, it's kind of like meh. However, now that I have it for weeks, guys, this smells very luxurious as well. The dates and saffron combo in here is so beautiful. It's really giving like that rich Middle Eastern vibes. If you love a Middle Eastern type of saffron, you will enjoy Grow. The dates in here gave this fragrance a unique kind of sweetness. It's not too thick. Actually, it's quite powdery kind of sweetness. It is a beautiful, beautiful scent. Objectively, this is really, really nice. However, this is not just like my type of scent profile as well. Even though I may not enjoy it personally, I appreciate it as a scent, because not only it smells good, but the performance is also outstanding. Guys, this lasts more than 7 hours on me with very strong projection, as in you don't need to spray a lot in order to be smelled. Grow smells very niche, very Middle Eastern, date, saffron, spices kind of scent. I'm gonna rate this fragrance a 9 out of 10. By the way, I saw in Fragrantica that it is similar to Guerlain's Tonka Serapia. I haven't checked out that fragrance yet, so I'm not gonna comment if they're similar or not. However, all I can say is that Grow has very good quality juice. Last but not the least in today's list is Ripple, once again by French Avenue. So this is a very masculine scent. Basically, it is an aromatic lavender, sage, marine incense combo that is very easy to wear. This is a kind of like marine scent that I actually like to smell on a man. I have asked my husband to wear this fragrance several times actually, to give like my final thought, as I find it too masculine. And basically, it is nice. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it is something that is so easy to wear and easy to like. It smells fresh and clean. This is something that every man can pull off, in my opinion. Objectively, it is a nice scent. However, this is like a kind of DNA that I've smelled like 100 times already. It is nice. So yeah, just the originality is not really there, but it is a nice scent. Performance, I will say this is moderate because I have compared these two side by side, guys. Like there was a day that my husband was wearing Ripple and I was wearing Grow, and Grow outgrew Ripple because this is really like a beast. And yeah, since Ripple is a freshy marine scent, it's kind of like outgrown by Grow. But yeah, still having said that, a nice fragrance. This is something that I will recommend for someone looking for something affordable, easy to wear, likable scent. Then yeah, Ripple is the one for you. And I'm gonna rate this fragrance an 8 out of 10. So that is the video for today, guys. Those are 8 viral perfumes that I've been testing out lately. Let me know if you've tried any of these perfumes and what you think about them. By the way, I just want to let you know that Marmara is my favorite in today's video, followed by Jasmere and Fatal Embrace. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and see you in my next one. Bye!